Ready for it.
Thrilled for it.
Presenting Franks with Turbo Booster Jet Engine.
Nexa.
Let's go with the last ball. What's happened on the last ball? Everyone went, oh, why is no one picking up the ball at the stumps to effect the run out, which could have taken us to a super over. Katie?
Yeah, I have to look at it back. I think Sky was running towards the stumps and then Hardik had thrown the stumps down. So I don't know whether it was just a lack of communications. I think if it went to the hand of Sky, he would have whipped the bail off and would have been super over in here till tomorrow night. But yeah, I guess that game was probably worthy of where those two teams are at in the competition. I think all the way throughout, we had no idea who was going to win. And the last ball was just an indication of how that whole game had gone.
I mean, you expect a team to win with 2 of 2, or rather 1 of 2, as it was, wasn't it? 1 of 2 at Kutsia's wicket?
Yeah.
1 of 2.
So 1 of 1. So you expect the Titans to win. But at 15 of 6, with all that happened, to then be told you're going to be coming back and playing, we thought Hardik Pandya will take this upon himself. The Lord knows he's bowled more pressure overs than that to win India a World Cup. Were you surprised at the choice of bowler in the first place?
We were watching the world feed. We were watching the
pictures,
cameras, the pictures and all of that. And what I sensed was that Mumbai thought there was not going to be a game on. It felt like Gujarat Titans, Rahul Tewate was still padded up, was still like hoping there would be a game. Siraj was in the mix. But all of the other MI players were still in the balcony. They weren't. Deepak Chahar didn't come out to warm up until 12:21. Yeah. So if he was told that he was bowling the last over, you'd want him to be ready, and it felt like
they checked out. They checked out.
Yeah, it felt like that. Looking at it from here,
Oh
from
my
our
God.
studios, but that's how seesaw this game has been, and you can't blame them for that. But 2 timeouts were taken on the basis of DLS being up. So at that point, you had to know.
Did he make the right call with Deepak Chahar? Hardik Pandya had gone for 18 of his first over. Deepak Chahar was ready to bowl the over when the rain came down, when we still had 2 overs to go. I'm sure you'd have thought of who's my 20th, and it might have been Hardik himself. When you come back and you know it's 15 of 6.
Let me jump in on this. I don't think they were ready for the fact they genuinely thought the game was done.
Sure.
And
but now when
you're
know
not
the game
thinking,
is in,
even if there is someone coming, okay, yeah, Deepak was supposed to bowl that. So there wasn't a conversation. I did not see a conversation. I don't think there was one. And I don't think, like, how much MI put into their behind the scenes work, it felt like that 1 over wasn't thought out.
Right. I mean, I just wonder, even then, I take Abhi's point entirely. Maybe they were like, yeah, this is done, there's no way we're getting back, etc., etc. But you need to, the minute the umps tell you, which could have been, even if it's say 120 seconds before you're supposed to start, we're having an over, you quickly have to make a big decision. These are 2 vital points. If not for the race to the top 4, then the top 2. And at that point, there has to be some thought of Hardik, the captain, should I be bowling this? Or should Chahar, who's barely had any late overs experience this year?
I think when you look at it, Chahar was obviously going to bowl the 19th over. And that was always going to be the most important over as well. And because that's typically your over, you want the most runs to go into that last over. So assuming that was the case, then that he was going to bowl that over, then that's what Hardik's choice was going to be. He was obviously going to bowl the last over, assuming to try and defend however many runs that he was able to bowl in that over. But yeah, it was just a bit.
That's my point, Katie, because that's, if Hardik was due to bowl the final over when Ashwini's bowled out.
When it was 24 of 12.
Yeah.
When it was 24 of 12, Deepak was supposed to bowl, and Hardik eventually had to bowl the final, right?
Yeah.
So this became the final over, and that's why.
Yeah, fair enough. I guess the fact that he's gone to Deepak 19 and not himself tells you what he felt of his own bowling that day.
Yeah.
So I can accept that in that sense.
Ready for it.
Thrilled for it.
Presenting Franks with Turbo Booster Jet Engine.
Nexa.